What's up, folks? It's your boy Coach Ty back at you with another one. I got my good friend Cheska back here to help me with this one singular dumbbell workout. We are doing this in a gym because it's the only place we have to record, but if you have a dumbbell at home, this one works perfectly for at home. We're gonna hit the full body, upper body push, pull, lower body push and pull. We're gonna train everything. You ready? Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. All right, as usual, we are using our same exercises, or at the very least, the same exercise patterns for our warm-up as we will be using during the workout itself. So first exercise we're gonna do will be a goblet squat. All right, so we're gonna hold that dumbbell vertically and you're going to 10 reps. Make sure you're hitting parallel depth. If you're not sure what parallel depth is, face sideways in front of a mirror and watch your form in the mirror. And again, we're going to 10. Now, our actual exercise that we're gonna be using here is gonna be a goblet reverse lunge. So again, this is a similar movement pattern. You got the resistance in the same place, but this is a little bit of an easier variation. Because again, we don't wanna fatigue too much. We just wanna get the nervous system firing and again, start working up a bit of a sweat. All right, done with that one. Move number 2, single arm row. And this will be braced up against the bench. So we will use the actual move itself here. So I'll have you put your hand there. Bring that right leg back, yep. And then pull your elbow straight back. Yeah, and keep a neutral grip the whole time. Yeah, there you go. Elbow back, elbow extended. Elbow back, elbow extended. Now let's go 8 reps on each side. And again, my cue I like here, imagine you have a tennis ball in your armpit and squeeze that tennis ball on each rep. Flex that lat. Okay, we'll switch sides, other side. 1, 2. The closer you get your upper body to horizontal with the ground, the longer the range of motion will be at your shoulder joint, the better and more effective the exercise will be. Okay, resting. Our next warm-up move, we are also going to use the exercise itself. We're gonna do a knee push-up. Savvy?
Without the...
No dumbbell on this one, just body weight. We're gonna put a dumbbell on your back. So, actually, you know what? That's a good idea. I would rather you do that. So, at home, you can use a couch. If you have a bench, you can use that, but a couch will suffice. And we're gonna go here. Now, you can go from either the toes or the knees on this exercise, depending on where your strength is. 1, and let's just go to 6. Pecs, triceps, and anterior delts, which are all primary movers. On a push-up, 5 and 6, they fatigue very quickly, so we don't want to do too much. And then our final exercise, which again, we're going to use the actual exercise itself here, because this is a bit of a complicated movement, especially if you've never done it before. B stance, or I like to call it staggered Romanian deadlift. So hold your dumbbell on the side of your leg that is back. You're gonna be on your toe back here, flat-footed here, dumbbell here, and then shoot your hips back, and then hips forward. And what you're looking for is a stretch through the hamstring of that front leg. So hips back, hips forward. There you are. And as always, make sure you're keeping a flat back. And keep that front leg a little more extended, yeah. And again, look for what feels like a stretch through that hamstring. When you feel that stretch, time to come back up. That's gonna vary from person to person. Different people will have different ranges of motion on this. Don't feel the need to go all the way to the floor and round your back. That's 7, 1 more. Okay, and let's switch sides. And then switch dumbbell as well, yep. Whoop, there we go. Balance can be challenging on this one. 3, 4, 5, we're going to 8, 6, 7, resting. All right. Okay, so we'll consider that our warm-up. Again, if you don't feel quite ready to go, feel free to do another warm-up set. or go outside, have a walk around. Again, your main thing that you want to happen here is to start working up a sweat. Once you start working up a sweat, you're ready to go. And we are ready to go. Up, straight to it. She's not playing, ladies and gentlemen. We're going alternating. You've got 8 reps each side on this one. 4. Make sure your back knee gently taps the ground. You don't want to go all the way down and wham, slam your knee into the floor. So make sure you control yourself on the eccentric, light tap, and then back up. The other important thing here is making sure you keep a tall chest, especially when you've got that resistance up here in front of you. It can be very easy to start getting pitched forward. So make sure you keep a tall chest. And then second move, single arm row. Remember, we'll keep neutral the whole time, yep. And you're going 12 each. Now mind your range of motion and your control. And make sure you get fully extended. And squeeze that tennis ball. Good. It's 8 by my count, yeah. 9, 10, oh, these are getting tough. 11, and resting. Very nice, okay. So make sure we're keeping a flat back. 3. 6. 10, 11, and 12. Easy, no problem. All right, that's set number 1 done. We're going to do a total of 3 sets. If you feel like you need some more volume, you can add a 4th or even a 5th set. Especially on the reverse lunge, the quads can handle a lot of volume, so if you want more volume there, feel free to do more. All right, we're gonna demonstrate, one more set for you, 2, 3. Tall chest. Gentle tap, control on the way down. Yeah, very nice, good rep. Looking good. Okay, and resting, and then we're over to our single arm row. Here we go. Hold on. Six, good control. 10, 11, and 12. Resting. All right, very nice. This will end our second round. 2. That's flat back. Squeeze the tennis ball, fully extend. Squeeze, extend. It's 8 by my count. 9, 10, 11, and rest. Okay, set number 2 done. We've got 1 more to go, and then we move on to our last 2 exercises. Now this is meant to be short and to train your entire body. Also, one more note, you can do all 4 of these exercises as one giant set. It could be more time efficient. That could be a reason to do it that way. You'll go through it a lot more quickly by doing all 4 exercises and then taking minimal rest once you've done the 4th exercise. So we're doing 2 at a time here, but another option is to do all 4 exercises back to back. All right, ladies and gents, last set. 2. Maintain control. Good, that was a good rep. 5. 6. 8. Wait.
Is that 8?
That was 8 total. We need 8 each. She tried to get me, y'all. Did you see that? I counted on my fingers that time. You won't get me. 3.
6. 7.
7, and
Ha.
finished.
No row?
Yes. One more row. Last row. She's trying to get it. Do you see this? She's trying to get out of it. But for you, the Muscle Wiki faithful, we must persevere. 8. 10, more extension, 11, and good. Done, okay. Other side. Six, halfway there. 9, 10, 11, and 12. Resting. All right, folks. There you go. Good job. Halfway done. We got 2 more exercises to go. Push exercise for your upper body and a pull exercise for your lower body. So again, if you're doing this at home, you won't need anything for the push-up unless you want a towel or a pad for under your knees so you don't mess your knees up. And that's pretty much it. Grab your dumbbell and here we go. All right, guys, starting on our knee push-up, your rep range is 6 to 10. See if we got as many as 10. It's excellent form. So on a push-up, you want your grip shoulder width or a little bit wider, and you want to make sure you go as low as your upper arm passing your sides. One common thing that people will do, especially when they start fatiguing, is the head will start jutting forward because it almost tricks you into thinking your range of motion is longer than what it actually is. So instead, pay attention to your upper arms. Look for those to get to your sides and then extend back up. All right. Staggered single arm deadlift. Yep. This heel down. Yep. And that heel up. Yep. And again, we're looking for a stretch in the hamstring of this front leg here. And let's go to 8. That's 3, 4. Make sure you keep your back flat and try to avoid the urge to let that arm fall. Try to stay square. Yes. Very nice, okay. Stretch that hamstring, folks. 2, 4, back is nice and flat. 5. Nice thing about this exercise, you can get your hips a lot further back, which will further lengthen that hamstring. So you get an excellent stretch in the hamstring. All right, that's it. Set number 1, done. Set number 2, here we go. Very nice, good looking push-up. Also avoid the urge to let your lower back start sagging. Try to stay flat as a board. 6, 7, 8, come on G.I. Jane, 9, 10, yeah. Nice, okay. Set 2 done on that one. Now on these 2 exercises, I would recommend you don't go, yes, you got it. You don't go past 3 sets. If you're a total beginner, you can get away with just doing 2 sets on these exercises. Again, the push muscles of the upper body and the hamstrings are very fast twitch dominant muscles, so they don't need very much volume in order to see growth. 8. Okay. 2, pull that shoulder back a little bit. 3, 4. 3 to go. 6, 2 to go. 7. Resting. All right, set 2 done. We're gonna do 1 more, but again, if you're a total beginner, you can stop here and you've done all the resistance training that you needed for 1 day for those body parts. Last set for today, folks. Let's make it a good one. As I always say, when you start getting into your 3rd, especially if you're doing a 4th or a 5th set, don't let your form start to slip. If you're unable to get the same amount of reps with good form, then that's a good thing. Once your form starts to slip, go ahead and cut the set off. And done. 10. They're a good push-up, Cheska. They're nice.
Thanks.
Cheska's making gains out here.
Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. And last one here. Keep looking for that stretch through the hamstring. 2. We're going back to 8. 4. 6. Last 2. And 8. All right. Last 8 reps for the day. 1. 5. 2 more. 1 more. No more. Finished. All right. Good stuff. Very nice. Excellent form. All right, guys. That's it for our single dumbbell workout. Short and sweet. Train the full body. That's all we need. You can find this workout and dozens more over on musclewiki.com/workouts. We've also got a library of 1,100 exercises, so go check us out there. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Go follow Cheska. Her Instagram handle will be in the description, and I will see you with the next one. Deuces.